Hey all, welcome back to SSX on Tour. I'm Insetic. With me on this crew is Blank Tester,
Hey kids, how's it going?
Turo,
Yeah.
and Zindictive.
Sup, lads?
And we've done almost everything. As you saw, we're here at basically the very end of the game, about to 100% it. I did all the competitions, and there are only like 6 shred events yet, and that left, and that's because they are the legendary shreds. They will not spawn until basically you've done everything else. And they're here to, challenge you, ask you to do some tough stuff before you get 100%. They don't want your playthrough to end with you doing the last generated, amateur event that you slap down.
Yeah, like getting the funny weight number.
Yeah, I am doing this with the bunny suit, and I do have everything. Like, I got the attribute for your more boost gain or whatever that, $2 million one was.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I mean, just across from all the, playing to go from where we finished last video off, got the ending, but had only done, a third of the game, content-wise, to here.
I know, but
So
that
was
always
that
reminds me of...
No, go ahead.
That always reminds me of how the first time I beat Just Cause 2, I had, beat the game, and I'm not really one for, side missions and stuff, and so, after you beat the game, it shows you your percent completion, and I had 18% completion.
Yeah.
Just Cause 2 is just one of those games.
It's just chock full of open world stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, so how did that, if you were a third done before, how did it feel charging through the rest of it? Was it a slog or a joy or something in between?
Yeah, I mean, it took me a little bit just to, work at it a bit each day, and I was kind of trying to, and this is just a personal thing, I was trying to deliberately knock out everything that generated at, certain difficulties. So, the difficulties along the game, I kind of tried to go back down it like a mountain,
Oh, I see.
Anything else Pro Master, I tried to get that out of the way. Anything then just Pro, I tried to get that out of the way.
Okay, so you went, and then, the last things before you did the Legendary were the amateur stuff.
Yeah,
Or whatever
again,
is the first,
you have the Mercury City board, and you are playing things that are mostly at, lower difficulty than, Pro Master. So it does seem to get easier there for a bit, though again, there are some really annoying challenges. Again, I will specifically call out the one where you start on Mind the Gap and have to stay on the ground and get less than a certain amount of airtime, but it takes you down 2.5 courses.
Oh my goodness.
And you don't realize how many little dips and such there are along every track that will, give you just a little bit of airtime along the way.
That sounds like just not a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the core mechanics of the game is getting into the air and doing sick tricks.
Yeah.
And they're asking you specifically to just not do that.
Yeah, but it's hard, and that's what gamers
SSX 3, there
challenges.
was 1 or 2 big challenges like that, but it would only be over a portion of one track.
Right.
Again, instead of over 2.5. But that was really the worst by far. Otherwise, it was
otherwise probably pretty good.
competitions that I had the best board and stats and attributes for, or shred events that, again, I knew what to do.
Well, here it goes again
But it
then.
obviously was repetitive,
Yeah.
I should have known, I should have known again.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, here it goes.
Here it goes again on my own.
Just gets very depressing from there.
Yeah.
Here it goes again.
I didn't realize what a depressing song that was.
Yeah, that's what how OK Go feels whenever they have to perform that song live now.
Yeah, probably.
It's been 15 years.
Probably, actually.
And also because their music does not sound anything like that anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
So, not really. They're pretty much electropop now.
Oh, really?
A lot of the indie
guess
post-punk
that's fair,
revival bands from the mid
Morphed,
2000s basically turned into electropop bands.
Huh.
It's quite
It's
sad.
interesting.
Franz Ferdinand's newest album is basically bootleg LCD sound system. And it's mediocre.
Yeah.
Not the best, but
Yeah, well.
they made their money. They can do what they
Yeah.
want.
And I'm sure they've got their fans of the new stuff,
Yeah.
And also, the guys in Franz Ferdinand are just good friends with the LCD Sound System. So,
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You know,
Like, they've
I've been-
covered each other's songs before for cover EPs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like for the last year or so, I've been off and on kind of a Linkin Park kick again, and like
Yeah.
I was one of those people who was like, oh, I don't like the new stuff, I only like the old stuff, and like that is still true to some extent. I like their old stuff better, but like I was watching some interview with Mike Shinoda and Chester Bennington, and Mike Shinoda pointed out that, like, you know, they got fans who come up and they always ask for the old stuff, or they just unprompted announce their opinion that, like, oh, I like your old stuff better. And it's, like, so unhelpful and kind of demoralizing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the reason we made the new stuff is because we like it, right? Like, we didn't make it because we had to. We made it because we wanted to,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, he wasn't, like, complaining about it. He was just saying, like, if he had to, like, he was talking about, like, frustrations that he has, like, selfish frustrations, and he was like, but I do appreciate that, you know, we've got a lot of loyal fans and all that. You know, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. On the radio, when we go into the grocery store a couple days ago, it was actually playing "Burn It to the Ground."
Really?
And all I could
Okay.
imagine was, and no one's gonna know this reference if they don't know the Steel Donut Collective. All I could imagine was Terrence busting into the back room and doing the rap bridge
It was in the locker
He
room.
told me, yes, I told you.
while the chipmunks were beating the shit out of some guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my god, the Steel Donut.
These
Yeah.
10-inch tall chipmunks, which, first of all, that is a pretty
Part
big
of the
chipmunk.
quarter.
That is
I guess.
large for a chipmunk, but small for, like, a combatant against a human.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Punk is
there,
playing in the
there
locker
you
room.
saw I got the ultimate combos. You know, it was like 800,000
Yeah.
points or whatever.
Touching snow for less than 5 seconds. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Right, yeah, and it's on Mind the Gap, which is entirely
Oh,
about these
God.
rail lines. I know you've seen. This is the 300th time you've seen it, but this is the final time you'll see it, or at least.
Oh,
No! No!
Oh no!
And then, of
It's like,
course, the
don't
rail
fuck
line
me
will
on this.
screw you on at one point.
Oh,
At a
yeah.
different point each attempt, but
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
it's all about execution, I guess.
But I mean, look at with the boost gain. Look how fast I got full
Yeah.
boost with that. It was
Yeah.
insane.
They put a bit too many of their eggs in the rail line basket, maybe. Yeah.
You, like,
You
legit
kicked him.
put your feet together and kicked him.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's my slope.
Yeah. I'm the player, you're an NPC.
Get out of my
Oh,
snow,
I don't know why,
bitch.
but all I can imagine is someone in real life saying that to someone as they, like, push them down on, like, a ski hill.
I mean, how would you feel if you were doing anything and someone pushed you out of the way and shouted that at you?
I would...
Like, you're in the grocery store and you're about to reach for the last, like loaf of bread, and someone pushes you down, takes the last loaf of bread and says, I'm the player and you're an NPC!
The worst part is I have such NPC energy, I'd probably be like...
You'd be like, oh, yeah,
ma-
sorry.
I'd be like, oh, man, and then I would I'd just go to another store. I wouldn't even say anything.
See, if you had real NPC energy, you would say something. You'd be like, hey, watch where you're going, buddy, but never say anything else and just walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stand there and then go back and, like, do my idle animation for just a
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
minutes and then go back into my walk cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, the
Start
ski
wandering the
patrol.
store again.
Yeah.
I'd try to like turn around and walk away, but I'd have gotten pushed too close to the shelves or something, so I'd just get stuck there, like trying to turn over and over and just twitching.
clipping through the store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the store shelves.
And I'm just like, have you heard of the High Elves? that was the obvious joke.
Have you heard news from the other province?
And then, of course, the cashiers say, stop calling us the High Elves. It's fucking weird.
It's weird, dude.
Yeah.
What does
You're
that mean?
you're the only NPC. Everyone else is just a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God,
And they
imagine
call the
that.
cops.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's the basis for a creepypasta right there.
Yeah.
It's not that you're the only real person and everyone else is an NPC. You're the only NPC. Everyone else is real.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of a way that could be a video game, but I don't think there's a way.
It's like an MMORPG. Like, you're living in an MMORPG.
Yeah.
Like, people just come up to you for the quests that you have for them.
Holy
to
shit,
go
yeah.
to buy the last box of cereal at the grocery store.
Dude, yeah, oh my god. A game where, like, you have a quest to hand out, and like 20 people come up and I'll take your quest, and like a bunch of people go and do it because it's like, I don't know, 10 skeletons. It's not like
You are the
they're
guy
only
in the
10
tavern.
skeletons in existence, and like you have to figure out how to appease like everyone who didn't get it.
You have to give them good rewards.
Yeah. That'd be like an interesting art game, probably.
Yeah, like an art
comedy game.
Now, my question is it like the art game pre-writes what the quest is, or do you get some control over what the quest is?
Maybe,
Like, can you design, like, not design your own quest, but like request that heroes go do something? Or is it just like you are pure NPC, everything is written for you?
Pure
If you're,
NPC, probably.
if you're a pure NPC, then that's probably like an art game. But if you have like some like agency over what you can choose, that'd probably just be just a normal game that sounds fun.
It'd be like one of those weird games like Papers, Please,
Yeah.
where it kind of like breaks genre conventions.
Yeah, there was like a game where it was that you were like a shopkeeper in an RPG. I feel like
Oh yeah, there's also
Reciteer wasn't it, right? But that's the
don't
name
remember
on
what
my
it's-
tongue.
There's Valhalla, which is like a visual novel where like you're a bartender and people.
Yeah,
just,
and then there's
Right.
Alchemy Simulator is the new one that's coming out where you run an alchemy shop and like people will come in with different requirements. Glad you ended on that guy.
yeah.
Whoa! They
I was
walk in
thinking-
and they're like, potion seller, I need your strongest
Yes, that's
potion.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you can finally tell them that their potions are too strong for you to handle.
Straight up, that actually is that's a thing in the game.
Why?
That's like that's like the whole point.
People
of the
will
game,
come
I'm
in and
pretty
be
sure.
like, potion seller, I need your strongest potions. And you can be like, I don't know, this potion's too strong for you.
all the while you're
Nice.
moving the camera back and forth above and below your head.
Yeah. It's a pretty good game too if you're into like sort of idle things. The demo's on Steam. It's in early access, the demo.
Yeah.
But it's free, so like try it out.
Yeah.
Give feedback too. I
Combo
saw
time.
I don't even remember who I saw posting about it or whatever. Man, it's so weird hearing the music just cut out like that for this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a fucking fairy in a backcountry.
It's the Bat Country remix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
The LCD
aesthetic
sound
there is
system
great.
remix.
yeah.
I don't know, but that
The
reminds
DJ
me of something I
aesthetic remix.
wanted to say like a few videos ago, but like in these licensed sports game soundtracks, sometimes they'll have remixed versions of songs, which first of all, that's just annoying when like it's a remix of a song that you like. And it's
Yeah.
like I just kind of wanted to hear the original, but like also it's annoying when they put it like in the genre of the original song when
Oh.
it tends not to be that.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
remix, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
that just makes me think like SSX 3 had a bunch of remixed songs, and those were pretty good. Even if
Yeah.
it's weird that like the No One Knows remix, like
Sounds
the
nothing like
only
the original
things
song.
from the original is no
Yeah.
one knows, and that's
Yeah, I
it. It's an
always turn that one
entirely
off.
other different song, but it's a pretty sick song.
It's
you know,
basically
like-
a sample.
yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I don't know. Like, I think it really depends on the remix, right? Like, there's some remixes that improve on songs, and then sometimes the remixes just make the song like just so fundamentally different that like there's gonna be just some people who like one, some people who like the other. You know?
Yeah. Like, I mean, personally, I don't like the remix of No One Knows that's in SSX3, but the remix, the Utah Saints remix of Deep End by Swollen Members, which is in the game, I really like that one, and I like it a lot more than I like the original, even though the original is also a fine song.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah.
that like I wouldn't know the original of any of the others that were remixed. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know the original Glass Dance. I don't know the original Deep End or whatever it was. Yeah. So like I can compare to the original No One Knows. I can't compare to the other ones. But I guess like I don't know, like what are some of the examples you were talking about, if you have an example of like remixing but keeping it in the same genre and making it weird like that? I don't know.
There was, in MLB The Show 19, there was a remix of an Interpol song, which, first of all, really upset me because I liked the original song.
Yeah.
I like Interpol, and also it counted as like one of the 3 rock songs in the soundtrack, because at this point it's all popular music, and all popular music is like, very rap influenced, and they have like last year they had a song from Foles, they had a song from Green Day, they had a song from fucking what's that other band, Kaleo, and pretty much the rest of the soundtrack is rap, which I mean,
if you like rap, yeah, that's great, but
I can't fault them for that. Like, that's what the most popular genre of music is right now, and also is pretty popular with young baseball fans. So I mean,
it makes sense, but it's not your thing.
But for people who don't like it, you're gonna give us this Green Day?
Yep.
And it was a song off their newest album too.
Where has all the guitar music gone?
Yeah, I'm trying not to be like that.
It seems weird to me when they have a soundtrack and it's like 99% one genre, and then they like include like a smattering of other things.
Yeah, like,
and it's like, why even bother?
Yeah.
And it was especially bad in like the mid 2000s. Like, NHL 06 is just punk and the standard fare indie rock of the time. And like, as someone who likes that, I mean, even I can't help but think like, man, if I was like a fan of hockey who just so happened to like rap music in the year 2005, I would not be happy with the soundtrack at all.
Yeah. And like I played True Crime Streets of LA when I was a kid, and I remember thinking, like, first of all, I didn't recognize hardly any of the songs on that soundtrack, but they were all really good, and they were from different bands I'd never heard of, and so like that was good exposure for them, because then I went and looked up some of those bands, and like my brother still listens to several of those bands today. I don't really listen to music that much, to be honest, but it was weird because there was like all these hip-hop tracks, and then there would also be like sort of metal or new metal tracks, and then there was like 2 like funk songs, and it's like, why include those? Because like funk fans are gonna want more than 2 funk songs, and like everyone else is probably just gonna turn it off, because funk is pretty divisive as a music genre.
It's not like Grand Theft Auto where they intentionally built like 10 radio stations of different stuff. So like they'd have 10 funk songs, but then 10, country songs to.
And
it's
like,
just 2 funk songs, and
because there's no radio stations in True Crime Streets of LA. It's just like you get in the car and music starts playing. So like, it's just like, and like there was you can edit the soundtrack. You could also, because on Xbox you could upload your own music. So I added like the System of a Down albums and a couple other albums that I was listening to at the time. But like, it was weird because like if you didn't take the funk songs out of rotation, you'd just be like, every once in a while you'd be driving and then suddenly you'd switch to a funk song, like literally like what's it called, Funkadelic or Parliament would just be playing, and it'd be like really out of place for like the game you're playing. I don't know. It was just weird.
I mean, that's some good.
Because you're a cop in that game, like, I don't know.
The funk ain't fucked.
Yeah. Man, it was such a weird. The first live concert I ever went to was a George Clinton concert, and it was so bizarre seeing him up on stage. He was singing a song with his son and his grandson, and like, I think there was at least 4 generations of people up on stage, all family. Some of them were like 6 years old, all had mics, all of them screaming into the mic, "Fuck that pussy." And it was so weird. It was so weird.
God damn.
That doo-doo, got that doo-doo, got that shit.
That shit. They did that song too, and it was so weird. Seeing this like little 6-year-old, like at one point, like forgot that shit. He just held up the 6-year-old, and only he did it. Like not even the audience was silent, and it was really strange.
Well, you know what they say, girl, you could be my dog, and I could be your tree, and you could pee on me. She said, girl dogs don't pee on trees, and I said, ain't that a bitch?
Oh my god.
Parliament Funkadelic is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should have stayed in the car.
Should
I
we
can't,
stay in
is
the
that
car?
album anywhere? Like, Connor, do you have a copy of that album?
Yeah, I think so, maybe?
Okay, if you do, I would really like
because our
a
friend
copy.
Bearda had that album.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
And so
Bearda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bearda.
He was. It was
been a
Alan that's 2 L's and
Yeah,
6541.
What do you mean was? He's always here.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
He's still on these videos, yeah.
I was gonna say he was
He
the
just
one
doesn't say
who
anything.
like
He's
first
here
tried
right now.
Johnny Mosley because we have to bring up Johnny Mosley. Well, I have to bring
Yeah.
up Johnny Mosley. He was one who like first tried, like completely fucking owned the first level.
Yeah,
of
I don't know what the
Johnny
fuck that
Mosley.
was. We were like, hey,
Yeah.
Alan, check out how bad this game is, and then he makes a fool of me.
Yeah, because
He's like,
you
oh,
got,
watch
like-
this, I'll
you got,
fucking
like,
stunt all over you. And I'm
40,000
like,
points.
what? Why would you do me like this?
Yeah.
Fucking dunked on you in your own
I
home.
look like such a fucking asshole.
Damn.
Man, this is what, that's the whole reason we reopened. Just so that I could wipe that shame off my name.
Well, it's never going away. It's gonna stay.
Yeah,
up
we're
there
not
forever.
taking down the videos.
It's gonna
Yeah.
stay in the history books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna force someone to play Johnny Mosley for the first time. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
god,
watching
that's,
them stunt all over you in that.
yeah, that's gonna be on my bucket list now. Just have
Yeah.
someone like force someone to experience Johnny Mosley for the first time.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's a really interesting level of broken. Because it's like, it's
Yeah.
not one of those broken games like, you know, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing where it's like, oh, they didn't even finish the game at all. It seems
Yeah.
like they finished it, it's just their vision was bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good skip.
For more, just go
Yeah,
watch
go
my
watch the
re-LP if you haven't, because
Yeah.
I figured out not like depths of brokenness that no one knew about before. Like, yeah, you could say obviously like, oh man, this game looks so broken, but I mean, once you see how it is actually broken, it is
Oh my
incredible.
god.
Yeah.
See you roll
yeah.
down the stairs like that was really not pleasant for me.
Yeah.
And you knock motherfucker down when you get back up.
Was it a religious experience and not a very good one?
Yeah. Is that a reference to something?
No.
No.
I just
Here,
thought of that on the
I
spot.
don't know if polls are still a thing, but what's the best snowboarding while in a bunny suit moment here in this game or the start of Amped 3? I guess that's for the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
I couldn't
know.
think
The
of
start
any.
of Amped 3, you did fall off a cliff.
yeah, and it's all like
Spoilers for the start
blinded
of
by
Amped
the
3.
light.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I know I still
That's
need to
one
play
thing
that
that's
game.
got me really excited about Shredders is that pretty much like the entire dev team of that game fucking loves the Amped series.
Okay.
Like,
I
yeah.
don't
It's
know.
just
I still
dab.
pessimistically feel like it looked really similar to Riders Republic and just like really similar to all the other kind of simulation stuff going on.
I mean,
I beat the game and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Yeah, so with that, we've done everything.
oh shit, the mountain
It's just
is empty.
Yeah. Well, the mountain's just empty.
Was that cow always there?
No reason for me to stay here. The cow? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
I
it's
think
on
so.
the map. Okay.
Wait, you had the pan? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the head
unlock
and the suit were separate.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, that
gonna
cow
leave
was
y'all
tough
in
enough.
suspense because first I got this Yeti board somewhere along the
Huh.
way. I don't actually remember when.
Okay.
So I'm showing that off first.
Okay.
It's just really weird to say. I have no idea when I got this, but
Yeah.
I did. But yeah, I got 100%,
Ha. Okay, that's kind of cute.
and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Now it's not cute anymore.
Yeah.
It was just cute
Of
when it
course.
said I got 100% and the shirt was called Lousy
Why
T-shirt.
would you expect the game to do anything else?
I mean,
So I'm
I
a
don't
fool. Put the lampshade on my head.
oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
And we're gonna go through my profile and such one more time. You know, see my stats after I spend, unknown amount of hours doing 100%. That's the one thing this is missing, like a total play time. I would
Yeah.
actually have liked to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
You
says
should
like
have
number
known.
of grabs, number of hand plans. Wow,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Should have known. Should have known. Should have known. You should have known again.
Total rail time, total air time, grab time. I guess you could sum those up.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, like, look, I got like a 1 million plus combo somewhere in there, and my total points were, oh shit, was that like
109 million.
Yeah, it was 109 million.
Nice.
Just
And,
add a couple.
Oh my god. Do you need a break from the tour?
Yes.
Yes. I need
well-
to break off from the tour.
After this, that's the end of like the full playthrough, but we do have one final bonus video. We're going to look at some of the other versions of the game and some exclusive content in those. Like some of the exclusive stuff in the GameCube version of the game, we're going to look at skis, and we're also going to look at the handheld PlayStation Portable version of this game.
Oh.
All in one more video for SSX on Tour, so join us then.